Hey everyone, Sarah here. I'm here to set up week 4 of my functional planning system. So my functional planning system consists of a hobonichi cousin, a work bullet journal, and some rings that you guys, I don't generally share with you because it manages PlantheGrind and that's not really relevant. So I'm gonna set it up. It's super functional, a lot work related. So thanks for joining and I'll see you over there. Bye everyone. Alright, so we're getting into it here. I am going through my daily pages to see if I put any to-dos that I just might have thrown into each of the daily pages that I need to add to my next action list, which is basically my running to-do list, you guys know. And now I'm going through my work bullet journal, and I'm just looking to see if I put any to-dos from like meeting notes. Like if I'm in a meeting and I write down a to-do or something like that. So I generally will throw them in the meeting notes to do, and I'll send them out meeting minutes or whatever the case may be, or the situation in the meeting. So, and what I do is if I take them from my meeting notes, I just migrate them over to my next actions list just to keep track of that running to do. So I'm just going through each of the days of the week from my work bullet journal, which is really kind of becoming an omni journal, I have to admit, because I never set up my own bullet journal. So now I'm using my work bullet journal for everything, I've noticed. And so I'm just migrating it over there. And this is stuff that's generally not like time sensitive or anything like that. It's something that I just have to get done, or I thought of. It could be like an action to a project and I just thought of it. So it's just the catch-all. Running to-do list, next actions, love them. And this is really like the biggest part of my planning system, and it helps me keep track of it. When I started doing this, it was such a huge list, and it's just because I've kept up this routine, it's really helped kind of keep me on track. And now I'm sorry for all these blurs, but I had names in the meeting notes. I had to blur them out. So now I'm actually looking at my project timelines to see. So if you guys check out my timeline video, I'll leave a link in there, and this is where I was scheduling out the actual like project timeline there for it. So I'm just trying to see if there's anything I need to be doing to hit those target dates that I had set forth. So I'm just going through, and now I'm looking at my pipeline. So you guys saw we set this up, and I have 2 pipelines, one for work and one for like everything else basically. And what I'm doing here is these are all my active projects and then which phase of the project life cycle they're in. And I'm looking at the project names, and I'm looking at that trigger list to see like if anything kind of generated a to-do from there based on what phase of the project is. And also all the projects is almost like a checklist, so I'm not losing sight of anything. And some of the projects I can't lose sight of. It may not be a project, so I might just have like mentees that I'm like, I need to keep them front and center, make sure I'm supporting them. My own continuous improvement project, that kind of thing. So that's basically what that whole pipeline is for, and I'm just moving them based on the phases. So now I'm in the weekly setup here, and this is another kind of meat and potatoes of my planning system. And what I'm doing here is blocking off if you didn't see like the map of my day, the value map of my day, or the value stream map of my day video. So I'll leave a link in the description here too. And that's just like the buckets or phases of the day for me. And that's really helpful because it's like I'm in the second bucket of morning time before work, which means I should be taking my vitamins or working out or something like that. So it just helps me kind of create that mental place for my routines basically. So that's why I was putting that in there. It's just something new I was trying out to help with. And now I'm putting in my weekly schedule, and so these are my meetings. So I got to see what I have to do and where I have that free blocks of time. Because I have to fit all those to-dos in somewhere of my week, right? So I am looking at the different things I have going on, which is like I have some big meetings this month, like operations meetings. I'm this week, I have some prep for a value stream mapping event I'm doing, and other just projects that I'm maintaining, like weekly review, weekly cadence type of projects that are going on. And some I'm driving and some I am not driving. And then, of course, I have my one-on-ones. And I'm off on Monday, so yay, for Martin Luther King Day. So kind of hanging out and doing my thing on that day. So nothing to update there. And then next weekend, I'm going up north. So just putting in that weekly schedule. And if you guys haven't seen, I know I haven't really talked too much about this in my videos, but I launched a coaching business. So like effectiveness, productivity, kind of managing it all. So if you guys want a free coaching session and kind of check out my program, there's a link in the description where you can schedule some time with me. So check that out if you are available. It's mostly after work hours, and it's about 45 minutes. So click on the link if you're interested. And it's been really fun getting to know some of you guys that have actually already set up some time, and I think it's been pretty valuable for both of us. So anyway, so now I'm doing my sidebar, and this is where, so I'm referencing my timeline here because I want to know what phase I need to be in, what's the priorities for these weeks, what's the goal, and then what's the actual, right? What do I have time for? So I'm writing down some of my, objectives for this week, some of my focus things for my continuous improvement project, my work area of my life, my family, and then also plan the grind. So that timeline just shows me of all the things I got going on between work and life and plan the grind, how do they overlap, and how do I keep track of where things are. So that's really what that timeline is for, and I'm bringing those goals into the sidebar for the weekly view to kind of keep me on track for that. And now I'm just going into the bottom, and I'm putting my top 3 in there, and and then I'm putting my YouTube video schedule in there. So next Saturday, I have my, how I do a brain dump and all about my weekly review pencil board. So be on the lookout for that. This is really my schedule. And now I'm checking the monthly spread because I want to understand where I'm at for what do I need to get done this month. And then my trackers, I'm actually using them. I'm using them. I might not be checking things off on my trackers, but I'm good. I'm keeping into that routine for the most part. I have obviously some opportunities there, but I really am loving it because those trackers are my KPIs, if you will, to see if I'm working towards my goals that I had set up for this year. And then some weekend stuff. I have a birthday for my nephew. I have a coaching session this week. Actually, a couple of them. And then I'm putting in my top 3. So I'm kind of trying to future plan out my top 3 based on what the day is like. And I started to write on Monday, but I have it off. So Tuesday morning, I got to put my agenda together for my one-on-one. So that will be the first thing I do once I kind of get my daily management or my morning routine done, is create that agenda for my one-on-one session to just make sure it's valuable for both of us. And then obviously I'm just working to prep for an event that I'm doing. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you liked this video, and talk to you soon. Bye.